subscribers. This is your host Ram with you on your cricket happening show. I have to say, I know. Don't be bothered about the quality of the picture or something because I just want to. I mean, hear me talking. So basically, so welcome to the cricket happening show, dear friends and subscribers. As I said, it's your host Ram here with you today, talking on the third day's play in the final, which is absolutely set up. In fact, the Englishmen are in the driver's seat here at Manchester, win the test and retain the Wisden. But England have been very smart. They played with purpose in the second. England know that Monday the forecast is not good. There is going to be some rain, and very, very quickly got back to their mark as they declared the innings closed by with the over with the over went on at Manchester in Old Trafford today between England and West Indies. So let's get talking here. In Dowditch to stay the whole distance, but that was not to be. In fact, the first wicket to go today it was a beautiful delivery. It was Broad who was the chief wrecker today. In fact, he went for the first Test match, and that really says about performer, according to me, because he has already done with the ball, he has done with the bat. Fell today when Jason Holder hit a DW to the ball. Up went the, it was basically reviewed, and when Holder walked down, the score 78 for 7. That was the first wicket to go today morning. Now Shane Dowditch now had the company of Rakim Cornwall, who was playing his first Test in England, and for him it did not take much time as he produced a delivery which had Cornwall plumb in front of 104, and the score read 188 for 8. And Kemar Roche, what a victim of the bowling of wicket for Stuart Broad, as he got the ball nipping away off the seam, as Roche has been doing in this particular test. So, who was really tested. Even today, he got a bit of testing, but he stood the test well. But then boundaries, and that left the West Indies, thus conceding a very, very handy 172 runs lead to the Englishman. James Anderson to 31 runs and 6 wickets. As I said, he has got 14 wickets in the series, not even playing the first Test match, and he was an absolute fire. He really, really ripped away the West Indian batting lineup as they were bowled out for 197. Joe Fraser 1 for 72. They really settled down the crease, seeing off the new ball was pretty easy work for both Rory Burns and Storm Sibley, as what they did. Sibley put up a 100 partnership, 140 in England against England in England. The openers, England openers, last they put up a century partnership was in the year 2016. So after a span of almost 4 years, um, in fact, Rory Burns, that is the openers, English openers, for the first wicket. As this was going on, it was a nice battle that one would see when roasting by Graham Thorpe, one of the best players, of good players of spin in his time, and he was the one who was actually throwing offies at him. As I said, the bat as Chase was really luring him for the shot, and Rory Burns was really seeing to it that he was not getting uh, for the bait and the turn of the ball, but unfortunately, it was not gathered properly in, I would say, a clear. But in the meanwhile, Dom Sibley was LBW bowl holder for 56. So Sibley making 56 with 7 tentative push by Sibley. Was wanting to work it on the leg side, but again, as I said, it was very, very tentative, and that resulted in Sibley, the first victim, eligible to hold a 56. But as I said, at 114 runs partnership, second wicket, another partner, and Joe Root this time, as Joe Root collected a 50, very compact and a very calm 50 that, as he was not out on 68. And when Rory Burns, after making 90 runs, was good looking, just between Chase and Burns was really, really enticing. And this time, Chase actually tossed the ball, hit on the teeth, I suppose, and he could not take further part in the game on the third day, and Rory Burns was a goner, out for 90. And as soon as Rory Burns was out, probably Joe Root was just waiting for him to wicket. Really enabled the declaration as England declared the innings close at 226 for 2, thus setting the West Indians 399 for a win. As I said, the forecast for Monday is not at all good. There's a rainy day forecast. If you look at the bowling figures, nothing much to read upon. 11 overs, 4 minutes, none for 34 for Kemar Roach, bowled well once again. Gabriel at 5 for 19 and 161, really bowled out of the wicket. So 399 runs to win, and it was just 20 minutes of play left on the third day. And in fact, Stuart Broad, who has been just been all over the place, all over the West Indies in this particular Test match, as it was Campbell who was coming round the wicket. And as you know, Broad has a very good record against the left-handers. He nips he gets the ball to nip away and draws the batsman into an error. And that's precisely happened. He drew an outside edge of the bat on the first wicket to go, and England had Campbell walk back. Caught root, bowled Broad. 20 minutes play left on the third day. It was night watchman Kemar Roach coming in, which is usually the case, as we all know. But Roach could not survive. He was gone. Caught Butler, very easy catch to Butler, off the bowling of Broad, and Broad had taken both the wickets as the West. And then one was wondering as who's to come. And I was a bit surprised when Shai Hope was walking to the wicket when Kemar Roach wicket was gone in the fourth over. It's only 3 overs. He has been someone who has not been able to score runs in this particular series. West Indian team, but unfortunately, that has not been the case, and there is a lot of pressure on Shai Hope, and one was wondering whether Shai Hope's coming was the right decision. But yes, boundary. He survived a few close shaves, one could say, when Stuart Broad was bowling. Brathwaite was there, not out on two, as the West Indians chasing 399 for victory were 10 for 2. But the West Indians would be one thing that West Indians are going to wash out, hopefully not. But one does not know what's happening. 10 for time, a Wisden Trophy. The name of the Wisden Trophy would be there on the annals of Test matches between England and West Indies as Wisden. Wisden. So Wisden is seeing its final Test match, and only Anderson and Broad, the wicket takers, that Broad has absolutely has taken. I mean, if there are as you know, once sun comes out, it dries. Then there could Dom Bess, the off spinner, could pose so well honed. Heard, read about George Dobell, the writer, English writer, talking about the force and fearsome. I think it's absolutely right. Look at that bowling in COVID-19, and I think the England and West Indies have really stood the test far in this Test series. So England don't win this against their 60-year-old history. Real pleasure bringing you, and I'm also trying to see whether I can really ramp up on some cricket, dear fans, subscribers, just to see whether I can really cram in something here. Some I'm going to bring in some very live updates here, which is really there's going to be some. I think it's going to be a ODI series between Ireland and England. It's going to be very Ireland and Lions, where the England Lions have won the match by 7 wickets. So Ireland batted first, made 296. Sterling made 53 of 55 balls with 4 fours and 3 sixes. And Tony was out for 10, really 33 of 24. So that was pretty much as far as the batting effort was concerned. 296. And the bowling, Tom Curran at 2 for 60, pretty costly at that. 9 overs to 9 was wicket taker. We had Brooks with 352, Liam Livingstone for 1 of 41, Dawson. England card. England's bludgeoning, a bludgeoning innings coming in from P. Salt, who slammed 100 of just 58 deliveries, which included 14 fours and 2 sixes. Jason Roy was out for naught of the very first ball he faced from 54 of 36, 4 fours, 2 sixes. Was not out. Livingston could not contribute much. He was 28 of 20, 3 fours. He's one of the wonderful talents in England, Liam Livingston. Dawson not out. 297 for 3. In the end, a victory for England Lions. Adair 274. Little was very, very costly. In fact, Josh Little is the one left arm. Want to keep keep in touch with me? You can go to my cricket Reddit page. You can go to my cricket Twitter page. You can also go to my cricket website www.cricket. I'll be in a position to come probably once again. I will be getting in touch with you during the weekend, probably giving you a week's roundup of cricket. Hope you all enjoyed this broadcast and hope to see you all signing off.